Hello, everyone. Welcome out to CarShield Field for this edition of YBMcast, powered by Game 7 Baseball. Game7baseball.com. That's a little loud. I'm getting used to our new microphones here. We got some new stuff added to the repertoire, so I don't want to burst anybody's eardrums. Thank you very much. My crack crew up there. Ball field behind us, North starting to show up for the ball game here that we will have at starting at 2 o'clock, and somebody with way too many Jiminy Pete, man. All right, there we go. That's live stuff right there. Anyway, powered by Game 7 Baseball. Game7baseball.com. That's a lens cap there, Drew, just an FYI. We're going to be out at Warrenton Athletic Complex this week for the I-70 Showdown. Going to be a lot of fun out there. So Game 7 Baseball, hey, if you're playing this weekend, come by, see us. Come let us know that you are there. I got to check this real quick. We're getting some information on some messages. Mr. Mulder is be here just shortly. He's going to join us, talk some baseball. Just a little recap yesterday. Winfield, all Warrior teams won yesterday in the G.A.C. North. The Winfield Warriors, St. Charles West Warriors, and then the Warrenton Warriors all won their games yesterday. Saw some pretty good baseball. But we want to talk today about some stuff that we will get into with Kevin here in just a moment with the Columbia tournament. And I messed myself up here, folks. There we go. I forgot this is a touchscreen, Lauren. But we had a good day yesterday. Saw some good stuff. The young man from St. Charles West, Brennan Gehring, threw a complete game, 2-hit shutout, and the guys are getting. What's up, fellas? Yeah. Who wants to be on live? We're live right now. Who wants to be famous? I knew it. I knew somebody would be. We're live. So we got the Bulldogs showing up here. What's up, fellas? And we're getting ready to get these guys here. Oh my goodness, got a crew from Zumwalt North. I'm gonna hold this up so you guys can talk. Just
hi.
Keep it clean, man. Keep it clean, Mama.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, all that. Fellas, how was the game this morning? How'd you do?
Fought hard, did not cut us off.
If we stopped at inning 6, we could call it a good day.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So inning 7 was bad.
Yes. The bottom of the 6th inning. Yes.
Bottom of the 6th inning.
Was no bueno.
Yeah.
What was the final, fellas?
10-0.
Okay.
Not too little.
3-0 after 5.
3-0 after 5. That's all right. So you're in it. So that 7th got away from you.
Yep. Just a little bit.
I got you.
Our fingertips.
How the offense just not working yet?
No.
Not at all.
We had a total of 0 hits.
Maybe props to Carter there. We went through the ball.
Yeah, Mr. Cox can he can spin it, right? Yeah.
He didn't clip me this year though.
He didn't hit you?
Yeah.
No, he hit me all right, but he didn't clip me.
And shout out to South Rock and the White Sox unis.
I'm not a Pinstripes fan though, guys. I am not a Pinstripes fan. I mean, no. I don't even like now, and I'm always a homer for East. That's where my kids went to school, graduated. My son played for Coach Hill, and I don't like the pinstripes they have either. Yep. So that's the way I roll.
Just how you feel about it.
It is the way it is. So guys, what do you got to do to get a win in this next
Score more
game?
runs than the other team.
There you go.
Bring the bat and hit the ball.
Bear down.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Just might as well go ahead and be concise, right? Yeah, get to it. We're going to be live streaming that game, so bring it. Who's pitching? Do you know?
Joey Linneman.
Joey Linneman. All right. How's he been doing this year?
Great.
Oh, he's been shoving.
Shoving?
Yeah.
All right.
Till we get to
Okay.
the bullpen.
Yeah,
Till we get to the bull.
Until he comes
Till
out.
Isaiah's time comes.
Hey, it's just one of those things sometimes, how you guys finish. It's a tough district. It's going to be a tough one getting in there.
We're gonna pull it away though.
Yeah, don't let North get hot.
Hey, don't let the Panthers get hot. Don't let the Panthers.
There you go.
First round.
No, don't say that.
I like it. I like it. Well, fellas, good luck the rest of the way there, okay?
Sir.
All right. All right.
2-12, about to make it. 2-13.
There you go. There he is. Why don't you come on down here, Kevin? We're live right now. We got Mr. Mulder showing up. What's up, fellas? And I'm going to see if Mr. Cox, did you throw a no-hitter?
I sure did.
Dang it, man. I did, man. I did. So Kevin Mulder showing up here. Carter Cox, they evidently got rained out last night, so he throws a no-hitter. There's your microphone, bro. We are live.
Okay.
See you in the picture? Good. There we go. You witnessed Mr. Cox throwing a no-hitter.
No hitter. Great pitching matchup. 3-0 through 5, and Camden Lohman held up his end of the bargain, and Carter Cox was really impressive today. Had the secondary stuff working. Changeup was really good and commanded the strike zone, and Lohman came out, and South kind of opened it up a little bit on him in the last inning and finished 10-0. But it was a close ball game.
Yeah, that's what the fellas. I just had the fellas
Yeah.
right behind. Said our bullpen didn't let us down.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You got Joey Linneman going against probably Connor Hankey in this next one.
Hankey is throwing.
Yeah.
Another good pitching matchup.
Right.
This is back-to-back pitching, good pitching matchups. For North, they got to get the bats going a little bit. They're probably happy to see anyone other than Carter Cox, even though they're facing a really good arm and with Hankey on the mound. So they'll have their hands full again. But like I said, if you're North, it's just like anybody.
Please and thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Listen, Cox has been lights out all season.
Yes, he has.
He's really, I think, stepped up. We saw him a little bit at Liberty on that day. It was kind of raining. We had to leave early, but he's been real good. He's living, I think, when we talked in his spotlight, I know he worked out with Ace over there with you guys all off season. I think he's learned how to pitch, Kevin.
He's matured a lot as a pitcher, and he knows what he's doing now. He's not just throwing it, trying to throw it by everyone. He's not trying to strike everyone out, even though he finds an awful lot of strikeouts because the stuff is good. But especially with pitch counts and whatnot, you got to get some outs in one pitch. And the guys that can do that are guys that tend to be really good starting pitchers, right?
We saw that last night with Brennan Gehring. First inning, he comes out. Orchard Farm, I really like their squad. They got some they got a freshman behind the plate. Halra looks really good. But Gehring come out, first inning, 5 pitches, 3 outs.
Hey, that's gold. That's
And when I saw that, I was like, oh my, this could be a long night for Orchard Farm. And it was.
yeah.
He 2-hit shutout, complete game with 7 Ks for Gehring last night. He was pretty money.
Wow. He get some hits too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Sure.
They scored some runs. Probably not. I think Coach Allen would have liked a few more, but it was a 4-0 ball game.
Yeah, that's a good, clean baseball game.
Right. It was a dandy of a baseball game yesterday because Rosenberg on the other side for Orchard Farm was really good. Hadn't seen him before. Brady Rosenberg, he looked good. I think he's just a sophomore over there.
Okay.
So he went complete game. He threw, 7
He
innings.
matched him.
He came. No, I'm sorry. He came out in the 6th. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He didn't. He came out in the 6th. So, but really pitched well. It was really fun. But I want to catch up with you real quick. You were at the Columbia tournament this past weekend. Saw some good baseball.
Saw a lot of great baseball. That's my favorite event of of the Missouri high school season. It's a great tournament. I love how the concept of it. We got teams from Kansas City, St. Louis, obviously Columbia area, and Springfield, and we get them all together and battle them out. And the coaches have such a great mindset. That thing is a gauntlet. There's a lot of good teams. You're playing a lot of baseball. There's a lot of innings to cover. A lot of these teams are playing conference games earlier in the week. So you really get tested depth-wise. And you know what? Every now and again, you're going to get whooped, and that happens, and you're playing good competition. But the mindset, you're playing against the best in the state or a lot of the better teams in the state, and you're getting tested, and you're calling kids up, sophomores up, or testing the depth of your bullpen, and it sharpens you and prepares you for postseason play, because that's a lot of those teams are going to be in the mix for. We will see a lot of those teams in the Final Four. Now, don't ask me which ones of those, but I promise you there will be a good collection of those teams in the 5A, in the 6A Final Four.
And you know what's interesting?
4A Final Four. Southern
right?
Boone.
Southern Boone is right
that's
there.
That's a great program.
That's a good baseball team.
And
we're going to go over and we got our last game live stream of the season is Father Tolton visiting Southern Boone.
That'll be a fun
on
one.
May 9th. So we're gonna have Coach Friedel join us here a second. Get his thoughts on today's ball game. Coach, last time our mics didn't work. We got that fixed.
Everybody probably rather have it that way.
How's things?
Good. We just played at 10:30 this morning. Our game that got canceled yesterday. So we played Zumwalt North at our place at 10:30. Drive over here, play them again. It's a great day.
Well, at least it's not raining, right?
Yeah, super nice day.
Go ahead.
Coaching when no hits, when you got a pitcher throwing no hitter, right?
Yeah, he pitched good this morning. Yeah, makes it easier. Yeah.
We talked to you a little bit about your squad. You guys are playing at a pretty good level right now. How are you staying consistent, Coach?
There's always little things we have to fix, but we didn't try to handle that at practice, and then we try to come out and put the best product we can on the field, and playing a lot of 6A, 5A schools, pretty good schedule. So, and our pitching always gives us a chance to win. So,
a lot of pitching depth, Coach. Talk to us about beyond Carter Cox. I believe we're seeing Henke in the second game. Is that right?
Yeah, Connor Henke's he's kind of our 1A or 1B. They're both really good. He's going to start this game. They pitch most of our conference games. One of them pitches Tuesday, the other one pitches Wednesday, and then we make whatever happens, whatever we have left, pitches the weekends, right? So, they've been pitching well too. So, Henke's a little different than Cox, as he maybe doesn't strike as many out, but he's always around the plate, goes right at hitters, doesn't walk many. Just an excellent pitcher as well. So
we're going to provide you your own
Thank
microphone.
you.
There you go.
And I made the joke about easy coaching when you got a guy throwing a no hitter, but truthfully, you guys had your hands full. That Camden Loman's a great arm, and I thought he threw a really good game. But your kids did a good job, and hung in there till the end, and then opened it up late on him. But that's a good arm you guys saw.
Yeah, he's talented. He's talented. He was throwing it hard today. I thought he pitched well. I think he struck out 10 of us, or 11 strikeouts against us, and we haven't. That's probably the most we've had all year in a game. But we got some 2-out RBIs early to kind of give us a little cushion, and then we just had to hang in there until they went to their bullpen. So.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the way it is,
part
right?
of the deal. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You definitely. That's at any level. If you're seeing a guy that's throwing well, you try and get him out of the game as early as possible, right?
Try to take a few more pitches, put in some battle every at bat. Try to get some 3-2 counts, until he gets to that pitch count limit, and then try the next guy. Sometimes that's the best way to do it.
One thing I've noticed about your team, and it certainly is true this year, but I've noticed it, over the years, your team plays with a lot of grit. You guys do something right with that culture there. That there's an aura about your teams, and there's a level of toughness that I appreciate, and feel like that pulls out some extra victories. It's not just done on talent. talk to us about forming that identity for your ball club.
Yeah, I appreciate the compliments because that's a big thing. Getting your team to play up to their caliber every day and compete hard every day and have a little, fire and energy and passion about them. That helps in any level. And we really try, or my teams, I really try to get them to do that. So, sometimes you're always going to have a clinker now and then during the season, but for the most part, we play with energy and we're ready to go. And we try to focus on the little things too. We want to take care of the defensive situations, and we have a plan, and we just hope it translates to the field.
I like that, because having a plan, we talk a lot about that. We see this throughout high school baseball. I mean, just having an approach at the plate is a difficult thing for a lot of high school kids. And what is the approach? What's the philosophy? And that's dictated from the coach. So keeping that mindset, keeping that approach consistently throughout the season can be tough.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about a lot of things. Maybe sometimes we give them too much to think about, but we try to have them prepared for every situation they're going to face, and then the pressure's off them. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and then it's just a matter if they get it done or not.
Coach, always a pleasure talking to you.
Appreciate it.
Good luck in the second one.
Yep,
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you out there.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Coach Bill Friedel, folks. Kevin, I think when we talk about the G.A.C. up and down, again, Fort Summerall South, I think they can compete at the 6A level with this squad. If they were in it, maybe a Final Four team, but they're a high level. They're just a good baseball team.
They are, and they can compete with those 6A teams. And, when Carter Cox is on the mound, they can beat anyone in the state. I firmly believe that. And they play with that edge. And, I'm sure they, if they get the lineup versus 6A, that there's not a little something extra behind it for them. You know what I mean? And they really do. It's hard to, put a thumb on it, but you can see it when you watch them. They play with an edge. They play with a level of tenacity that I really appreciate, and it's fun to watch. Now, you got to be careful because we've talked about this in the past. You don't want to cross over the line, but you want to be right up on it, right?
Yeah.
And this year they've done a great job of that, and it's something in their system, and Coach Friedel does a really good job with those boys.
Yeah, he does. Just looking real quick, want to get to this. I was looking at your rankings. I didn't pull them up till actually this morning.
Okay.
I've been doing mine because I try to keep myself, just in my own head.
Yes. Yeah.
And I matched you in the first two.
Well, that was
That's an easy one.
That was easy, and that was the Columbia tournament, and I'd actually I talked to a couple other got Diego and a couple of our other guys and about how things are going across the state, and when that was the championship game, we were saying, well, the winner of this game will be our number one team, and it's always
That's
nice
fair,
when it
right?
gets it's played out on the field, and
Yeah.
that was those teams making the decision for us, not us.
West has won the Troy Classic, the Midwest Classic, now the Columbia tournament.
Yes.
Wow, Kevin.
And obviously, to do that, you have to beat some very good teams.
Yeah.
And they've done exactly that. That's another team that now they do it much differently than South does it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a great team concept. They got 100% buy-in. It's clear as day when you watch those guys play. They have got it rolling right now, and they are firing on all cylinders.
I liked the 2 out of 3 Blue Springs beating Liberty North. I moved them up in the rankings as well. I don't think I have them at 4. I think I got them at 5 because I still have Jackson in the top 5. That's just me. My thoughts. I think I had Staley still at 3. I think they're a really good ball club. But Liberty North, I talked to Coach Stiegel a little bit, and he said our pitching is still, and that's where they're still suspect.
Yeah.
Correct?
I think they're still trying to find themselves, and we still got about 4 or 5 weeks until
Yeah.
district play, and teams are sorting things out. There are a bunch of really good teams in the state. We expanded our rankings to 15 this year with the large school, and there are some strong teams.
And that's even hard to fit,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, I could easily take it out to 20, 25, no problem.
And down here, the one that really stuck out to me this week, I put them in the top 10. You've got them at 14, is Liberty, the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Kansas City Liberty.
Yeah.
Yes. They're over there in an extremely tough conference / district. They play great competition. I think it was my first year with prep baseball. They won the state championship, so they have pedigree. That's a good program, and they're stacking up some wins versus some really good teams. And I think it was them and West Plains were our two new teams into the rankings this year, or this week. West Plains is undefeated, 17-0. Sometimes it's a little harder to peg the teams that are kind of more on the outskirts of some of the larger regions. But certainly you have to acknowledge West Plains stacking up 17 wins and undefeated, and good to see those two new guys in there.
West Plains was going to be my next, because I saw that. I have them still down in 7 because I'm separating mine, because to me it's just fun what I did. And the reason I did that, I didn't push them up at 17-0, and it's an impressive record. They've beaten everybody in front of them. But I was looking at the records of the teams they played. It is what and they're beating them. But when I was looking at their schedule, they're now going to play Glendale. They're going to play, Lebanon. They've got, those are two that I can remember off the top of my head. But their schedule now is getting into some really
They're
solid
getting into the meat of the schedule, yeah.
And I think this is really going to show. Do I think they can compete? Yes. But I want to see that before I move them up any further.
Yeah,
Is that fair? I think
certainly
that's fair.
Yeah, and we'll find out here soon enough, right?
Because I've seen with the Class 5, Willard's played, Zumwalt South has played competition. Webb City, I see, you got Webb City there. Webb City has played, they're playing really good baseball. That Class 5 is going to be tough, Kevin.
No question. And one thing in common with a lot of these teams that you see in the top of our rankings, they're not scared to play each other. And, I'm very conscious of that as I do the rankings. And, I'm not saying it's perfect and right or wrong.
No, yeah.
But we're not going to – I don't hold – one loss is one loss. You go – Southern Boone's a great example. They stepped up in class, multiple levels, and challenged themselves. And, they went undefeated in pool play in the Columbia tournament and gave Zumwalt West all they could handle, played an extra inning game in that semifinal. So credit to them, and we're not going to hold that against them in the rank. If anything, we'll move them up for, challenging Zumwalt West like that. I think it's phenomenal. And you challenge your team, I think even if you come out with a loss, that it could benefit you long term.
Hey, Lauren, can we kill the music for right now? We're live, just for the time being. Thanks. All right, just not too as loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, it's hard to hear him.
You're killing my vibe, Brian.
Killing the vibe. Sorry, Kevin. Go ahead, man.
No, that's it. But it is something that I notice. It's like, wow, okay, all these teams are playing each other, and it makes sense. Iron sharpens iron, and you can't be afraid to take it on the chin, and you might go 2-3 one week.
Exactly. And I think that's what I like about. I've never done anything like this as far as rankings. What qualifies you to do that? I don't know. You have more qualification than me. I just think it's fun. Yeah. Personally.
No, well, it's fun to start a discussion. And,
yes.
It gets people thinking and talking, and obviously. Schools are going to think they should be a little higher or whatnot, and that's we're just starting a discussion basically, and
I loved it. because we put out our G.A.C. rankings, our power rankings for just the G.A.C. And we got some rumblings there. It was a lot of fun. But one of the best things was Francistown North has their bench mob, okay? And North's not in the top. We had them in there for a little bit. They've fallen out of the power rankings. And I thought it was great. I love the wit of this. These guys popped out a rankings on us that do rankings. They had PBR Missouri number 1.
Oh,
there you go. And they had the GSV, and I think the MoCan Sports does their rankings over in the West, and we were number 4. I thought it was great. That was great, right?
That's funny. I did not see that. And truthfully, and people think this is kind of weird, I am not a social media guy. Like, I don't spend much time on social media at all, even though I produce content for it. But it's probably a healthy thing.
Right.
But no, we put a lot of time into those rankings, and I am the first to admit, like, it's hard, and there's always going to be some some contrary opinions on that, and that's healthy and good. And we put it out there, and we are quick to make adjustments when we have it wrong. The following week.
We're going to finish up with a little preview today. We got 3 G.A.C. Central baseball games. Of course, we talked with Coach Friedel already. Zumwalt South, Zumwalt North coming up here at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and then we're following that with Liberty taking on Washington. We're going to see Ty Holman.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing him again. We got to see him in. I watched him pitch in a game in the I think the Midwest Classic, or I think they were in that. Maybe in the Troy.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Yeah, big, tall, athletic right-hander, committed to St. Louis University.
Mm-hmm.
Has had a good off season and has had some success this spring. That's a right-hander you can expect to be in the upper 80s. Can run it up to as high as 93. So Liberty needs him to set the tone for Washington's. Had a great year last year, and so a good program. And do you know who's throwing for Washington by chance?
Ben Losing, I believe is how it's pronounced. Loesing. I believe that's how it'd be pronounced.
Okay.
That's who's. I haven't seen him. Don't know much about him. I know they did get the young man Henry Vetter.
Yeah, that's an exciting young arm. That's one of the top sophomores in the state as a pitcher.
Washington's young. They're young.
Which makes sense because they were old last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Haven't seen Coach Goff's team yet either, or this year yet. And then the nightcap, Zumwalt East taking on the Holt Indians.
Okay.
We're going to see Hosack again.
Oh, nice. Well, then that'll be a good matchup. East is rolling. They're having a nice year. Holt hanging in there. They have some nice players, and Hosack always gives you a chance. He's a tough left-hander, high pitch ability, heading into SIU Edwardsville. Going to be a Cougar next year.
Absolutely. Haven't seen East yet this year. I saw him the first game of the season. They played Parkway South, and I haven't seen him since. I'm looking forward to seeing Holt. They've struggled. They've had their struggles. But that offense, I mean, they just haven't seemed to gotten on track
Hadn't
yet.
fully clicked yet.
Right?
Yeah, well, they're going to do it versus a good one tonight.
And we're going to see, I think tonight we'll either see Hollingsworth or, Pyle.
Oh, yeah.
Pyle.
Okay.
So I don't know who pitched yesterday or if they even finished that game. Who knows, man, with the weather the way it was. That boomer came through pretty good.
Rolled through fast, didn't it?
Yeah, we were about ankle deep in water right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But practice turf, man.
Yeah,
Went away and we played baseball.
Ready to play today.
Exactly. So it was a lot of fun. We're looking forward to today. We got 3 games, 2 o'clock, 4:30, and 7. I like the G.A.C. Classic. I think it's a lot of fun, Kevin.
This is a great concept, and how great are these administrators at Zumwalt South and Zumwalt North? I mean, these guys, we're taking the day off school and we're going to play too. This is great. They're learning about Ernie Banks, School of Ernie Banks. I mean, it's phenomenal. I wish I had this setup when I was in high school.
Boy, you ain't kidding, man.
Yeah,
right?
and you're getting to play in a pro park on turf. Can't get any better.
And shout out to David Schmoll, the guys here at CarShield Field. Looks in
Phenomenal
great
job.
shape,
This is a
right?
great place. It looks good. This is great for growing our game in the state of Missouri, and I love this day.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate the G.A.C. for allowing us to come out, and the coaches. Yesterday, the coaches are fantastic. As you see, Coach Friedel, he just come on,
Pop down.
pop down, talks to us. I'm hoping we can get Coach Siebert over here. He's over there on the field hitting fungos, so I don't know if we're going to catch
Working
him
those
or not.
boys.
Yeah, so, but we got to get some lineups and get the game started here. So we'll be back here at 2 o'clock, folks. Tune in. Make sure you tune in. We got a dandy for you. Kevin Mulder, as always, hey, man, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, let's play 3.
Absolutely. And, folks, thanks for tuning in. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the dinger next to it, because that's what we do. And it's going to be, the wind's blowing out today a
We
little
might
bit.
see a dinger or two.
Yeah, almost saw one yesterday.
Okay.
And